On American Top 40 in Hollywood, this is Casey Kasem. Well, now we're up to our long-distance dedication, and it's from a family with some regrets, but they also know how lucky they are. The letter begins, Dear Casey, when I was 12, I met a young man of 16. It wasn't long before we knew we were in love with each other. When I was 14 and he 18, we became parents to a beautiful baby boy. With the social pressures of the late 60s, our age, and the fact that we were not married, we were forced to surrender our son to adoption. We've never gotten over the loss of our son. When I turned 16 and Rick turned 20, our parents allowed us to marry. We've been married 16 years now. We have 2 daughters, Kelly and Heather, and another son, Stephen. As the years have gone by, it's gotten harder not knowing whatever happened to our first son. Was he alive? Was he happy? Maybe he needed answers to questions that only we could answer. I started searching for him since the day I left the hospital without him. When he was 11, I joined a search group called Oasis in Florida. It took me 3 years to find him, but we did it. Finally, the search was over. Thank God he'd been adopted by a wonderful family who have raised a very fine son. Seeing him the first time from a distance and not being able to touch him was almost more than we could bear. But we have no intention of intruding into his life. We just want him to know that he was conceived in love and has been loved by us all these years. Teenage parents usually get married for all the wrong reasons, and it doesn't last. We're beating the odds. Casey, our son will be 18 years old on December 2nd, and we would like to dedicate the song Somewhere Out There. Happy birthday, son. We love you, and you are always in our hearts and prayers. Your birth family, Rick, Debbie, Kelly, Stephen, and Heather. Okay, here's your long-distance dedication.
Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight.
Somewhere out there, someone saying a prayer that we'll find one another in that big somewhere out there. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star.
And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together. Somewhere out there, out where dreams come true.
And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star.
And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love
from earlier this year. That's Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram with Somewhere Out There. A long-distance dedication from a family in Florida to the son they had to give up for adoption 18 years ago. And the countdown continues on American Top 40.
Casey's Coast to Coast.